You are live.
The broadcast is live. Welcome to Startalk Live with Colin and Marty. I don't know if you can hear me. We're doing something.
Got a mic yet.
No mic. Hello, hello. Oh, wait a minute. How about this? Can you hear me now?
Oh, I got him loud and clear.
Okay. All right.
You're good,
Welcome.
buddy.
Welcome to Startalk Live. We're doing something different tonight. And for those of you that are in the chat that are watching on YouTube, you can see I've got earpods on instead of my normal headphones. And we are actually broadcasting on a Twitter space at the same time as we're streaming to YouTube and doing all this fun stuff. So some of the people in the Twitter space might not be able to see the video. You can always check it out on the YouTube after the fact, but we're trying something different. What do you think of that, Martino? So we need to bring Garnet on to ask him what is the significance of doing a Twitter space, and how is that something that we want to do in the future?
Yeah. Hey guys. I guess the significance is we've been building a Twitter audience, and this is kind of joining the two groups up simultaneously. And so that it's pretty exciting because there's a lot of people who join our evening groups who would never join our YouTube. So, I mean, this is a bit
Marty.
You need
to unmute your mic.
Oh no, I hear him. He's good.
Well, I'm seeing in the chat no Marty on YouTube.
How's that? Hello.
Okay, I can hear you.
Better?
How's that, Tim?
I'm unmuted.
This is an experimental. This is season 2, episode 15, and we are way ahead of the tech curve. We're trying something. Marty is on, Tim says. Excellent.
I hear.
Okay. Well, we got a lot of people in the chat. George, welcome. Tim, welcome. Will.
Yeah.
Who else? Philip, welcome. Jason. Jim, welcome. Hey, Goat Fam, Doss. We've got a lot of people joining us in the chat and on YouTube and on the Twitter Spaces. I'm having a look here. I can see this wonderful.
Oh yeah, we got some people.
Very cool.
I can see that on my screen too.
Craig is in the room.
Craig is.
And Ray.
W is in the room.
Wow. We're getting more and more people sort of joining in as we speak.
I like it. Keep going.
So let's
fill it up
on Spaces and YouTube. What Ray says? Hey, we're tech guys. We're figuring it out. We just want to get out there and have a bit of fun. And anyway, we're going to open up the show. We just want to put a tribute out there to Jerry Doucette, a very good friend of ours who passed away yesterday.
Yeah.
And if you don't remember Jerry's big hit song, it was Mama Let Him Play.
Yeah.
And maybe Garnet will play a little bit of that either on the outro or at some point in this broadcast. But
right.
Jerry was significant to me. He played on all my albums.
Right.
And he also played a lot of gigs with me as a duo. We did jams together. We played in a few band configurations. As a matter of fact, Martino, you probably didn't know this, but we did what Phil called the Donnie McDougall in the All-Star Band with Jerry Doucette playing guitar, with me on keys, with Mick Delavie on bass, and Tommy Stewart from Trooper on drums.
Yeah, Tommy, yeah.
And we had Sonny Green, who was the keyboard player for the Oak Ridge Boys.
Wow.
And he was the second keyboard player with me, and he played organ.
That's very interesting.
And we did a big outdoor gig at the Pillars Inn.
Oh.
And we rehearsed for a week out there.
Wow.
And so anyway, that was my first introduction to playing actually live with Jerry, and we had a lot of fun.
Yeah. I had some good ones too. I did one at a Strawberry Fest where I had him there, and then Randy came and played taking care of business and went up country. You were there. Where it was in Richmond, and it was the
Right.
Strawberry Fest, and then you guys were heading up to the Okanagan to do something. But I came across, in the spirit of small, and Jerry, this goes out to you, your dedication to you and your greatness, and of course our condolences to Maggie and family and everything. But this goes way back. This is on Mushroom. This is Mama Let Him Play, and this single was
Wow.
this was 97 cents.
That's amazing.
97 cents, pristine. And then
Now, he recorded at Mushroom Studios, which was the same place where Hart got their start.
Absolutely. Recorded, as you said, and mixed in Mushroom Studios June, July of August 77. And there it is.
There it is. Mama Let Him Play.
There it is. Mama Let Him Play.
And there's
boy,
the double
could he
neck,
play.
the white double neck.
Yeah, this guy could play unbelievably. Like Colin said, we had the pleasure of seeing him up in Grand Forks, where Colin entertained and Harlequin entertained and Jerry, of course, entertained. And out of respect, both Colin and I posted on our Facebook sites.
Real quick, I'm going to mute everyone, and can you guys, I'm going to mute, unmute, so that way we can actually reconnect.
Okay.
Okay, anyways, to continue, both Colin and I posted on our... Pardon?
I don't hear Marty now.
You want us to continue?
Can you hear? I think you have to unmute your Twitter mic on your phone.
Yeah, Marty, go ahead.
Oh, because you muted. I got it. Thank you,
There,
Colin.
I hear
Okay,
you.
anyways, we both today posted a photo that was taken with myself, Colin, Jerry, and George Boulanger, which was in 2015. You look back, that was 7 years ago. Where did those?
Are you
7
kidding
years
me?
go? 2015 is when we entertained there. 2015.
Well, I think we went back there a year later.
Oh, we did, but not with that lineup when we had
No.
George there and
Yeah.
Jerry and everything like that. It was such an amazing thing, and the tributes were coming in one after the other today on Facebook and Twitter. What a loss to a great singer, songwriter, and guitarist. May you rest in peace. And both Dan Cowan and Terry Gray, whom you and I both know very well, they were the road manager and the stage manager for Jerry Doucette on all the tours, and they weighed in today as well with tribute.
Hang on, Marty. Garnet's talking about spaghetti in the background. Garnet, you have to mute yourself.
Sorry.
Well, Garnet's got to feed mouths. He's
Like
got
to
mouths,
have a little of that spaghetti right now.
but you got rid of that
Marty, you
background.
have to unmute.
Or what? You're the man. You're the man. So, anyways,
I can't hear Marty.
So
He
that
needs
was
to unmute now.
our brief tribute to a dear friend of ours, Jerry Doucette. May he rock in peace. He should rock in peace with the great.
Can you
greatest-
unmute Marty on your phone?
Well,
This
every
is,
time he does something, it mutes something.
There we go.
Every time he does something, he mutes me.
A little bit of technology wizardry going on in the background, and
Oh no,
thanks for your
JW pulling
patience
up.
for those people out in YouTube and streaming land.
Oh yeah, he's pulling a few rabbits out of the hat as usual. He does a great job. So I'm in the spirit of smalls. This is one of the earliest. This is a gatefold. They call it a gatefold because it opens up. I'm not going to take these out of plastic because they're in collectors, but you'll appreciate this, Colin. This is the very first, the Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young Deja Vu with the gatefold, with the not the smooth face, but the corrugated face. Very, very, very hard find in pristine. I love that. That's one of my all-time favorites, and great harmonies and everything like that on that one. That's
You can see where some of the bands of the era got their ideas. The
oh yeah, Dogs,
the Eagles and whatnot.
Oh yeah,
Sort of taking some of that idea and making it their own, which is
Oh yeah,
pretty
and
cool.
the black and white stuff, and yeah, all
Cowboy
of the above.
look and
Now this one, all guitar players, this is like a must-have. This is one called "The Guitars That Destroyed the World." Now there's everybody who's anybody on here. There's Santana, Johnny Winter, the Mahavishnu Orchestra, Blue Oyster Cult, you name it, Edgar Winter, and everything. So that's really quite a nice one too. I love it. I love the artwork. I'm a cover
it looks
art
like
guy.
Popeye in a way, like olive oil. It has
Yeah,
that
it looks
that
like
look.
that on the back, screaming and running out of the house there. It does look like that. You're right. Then,
And the keep on trucking guy, kind of like him.
oh yeah, that's Robert Crumb. They keep on trucking. That's the most famous that you could get. This one is
Tom
a
Petty.
master file series, mastered at half speed. This one's mastered at half speed. So this is the Tom Petty one. So that's quite nice. I really like that one. That's
Notice how he's standing in front of a bunch of, is that 45s behind him or?
let me
in
see.
that
I'll bring
photo?
that back up. That is 45s in a rack. Good eye,
Yeah.
my friend.
Good
Yeah, he's
eye.
probably in a music store.
He is.
And stuff on the walls, and on the back it shows the very young Tom Petty, now deceased, but great. I love how they used to have the black and white photos and the inlays and all that. That's beautiful stuff. This was one of the earliest I could find on vinyl. I did the show here at the BC Place, and I brought in a hot tub, and I put ducks. I still have the ducks.
You brought in a hot tub?
But I brought a hot tub into BC Place for these guys, and they actually went into the hot tub and did a bunch of stuff. But I put ducks in there, and at the end, I took the ducks. They didn't want the ducks, so I've got all the ducks in my
Little
bathroom.
rubber ducks.
Yeah, but this is one of the earliest known Simon and Garfunkels. That's them at a very young age getting on an airplane, and that's quite neat. I love the color and all the separations in the airplane and all that. And it's also, again, caricatures and different stuff. The old album covers are unbelievable.
Classic.
Fabulous.
So
Now,
was the hot tub for Simon and Garfunkel or for Tom Petty?
definitely. Yeah, not for me, but definitely for them. I wish it would have been for me, but definitely not. This
Well, I
came
know the
across-
BC Lions do that, or they started
yeah,
doing that.
relax. They got those whirlpools and therapy and workout there at the place. You're right. This one came my way many years ago. Beatles 62 to 66, but this is the
Green
EMI.
vinyl.
But this is the EMI on Apple. This isn't the Capitol Records. This is the EMI one, which is
that
really
is that the
rare.
green vinyl?
It's red, and I could take it out, I guess.
There's a green one and there's a red one.
It's gatefold. Yeah, well, there's a blue one too, but these are the red sleeves, and they have the apples on it.
Okay.
The green and red. So good question. There's all sorts of generations: mono, stereo, quad. I try to get as many as I can throughout my collectible days, and sometimes you luck out, and sometimes you just got to go with what you got. So I think I got enough, so I don't think I'll run out. This is very rare. Derek and the Dominoes, which is Eric Clapton, and Bobby Whitlock and Jim Gordon and Carl Radle and Dwayne Allman. And
good record.
They came out with an
So
album called
Jerry Doucette was a big fan of Eric Clapton.
Oh yeah, Eric Clapton.
He did a lot of great Eric Clapton covers, and
oh, definitely.
He had a style very similar.
Yeah, Garnet is a big fan of our colored vinyl, so I brought one out for him. which is called "Wish I Could Fly Like Superman" and Low Budget by the Kinks. And
I like the Kinks.
the Kinks are great. It's only 2 songs, but Garnet will like this because it's got the beautiful yellow center, but it's blue
Wow.
vinyl.
Blue vinyl.
Yeah. Come on, I like it.
That's
Nice.
beautiful. That's collectible as heck. You don't see that. I've probably in 25 years I've seen it once, and that was the time I bought it. So.
And Jason's asking, do you have any Norman Greenbaum? I actually have Spirit in the Sky, the original
I do have some Norman
45.
Greenbaum.
I actually bought it from the Hudson's Bay. Do you remember you'd go to Hudson's Bay and they had those little posts sticking out of the wall with the 45s stacked on them, and they were $1.
Now, if you guys can find this, definitely get it. It's one of the rarest. It's John and Yoko and the Plastic Ono Band called Sometime. It's a double gatefold. It's the most unbelievable stuff ever. It's rare as can be. It's one of the hardest Lennon's or Yoko Ono band to find. Double gatefold. It's truly, truly amazing. I'm very happy about this album itself. 1984. A long time ago, folks, but
Wow.
very, very, very rare, double gatefold. And last but not least, my last 2 entries, my favorites, highly underrated, should have made it, made numerous attempts to contact and bring them to Canada, never was successful. They played America, but very limited. But one of my favorites, who I thought should have and would have been monster in Canada, was the Searchers. This is a live Searchers album called Hear, Hear the Searchers, and they do Sweets for My Sweet, Ain't That Just Like Me, Listen to Me, the Holly tune, Mashed Potatoes.
For those on Twitter, that's a fantastic album cover. It's got the guys on a opaque yellow background in kind of beetle suits with beetle boots.
That's
and
right.
It's very, very stunning. So you put that on the rack, guys are going to see that. So it's great marketing out of the time.
Oh no, tremendous. And then just a standard storyline, like Colin says, with the artistry. But my favorite and rarest of the Searchers happens to be one called the File Series, which is a double Searchers, and it has 30 tracks on it.
Wow.
And they list the tracks, and it shows.
So what was a big hit for the Searchers?
Love Potion number 9, Needles and Pins, Sugar and Spice. They did Farmer John.
That's a lot of hits.
They did Saturday Night Out. They did Who'll Stop the Rain, Don't Throw Your Love Away. They did some serious stuff. Sea of Heartbreak. They did a lot of covers. So tonight it was sort of Turn Back the Hands of Time, and we started off with our old friend Jerry Doucette, and we did turn back the hands of time and go through and have some fun for our listeners and our viewers, keeping it all small. And then, of course, from the Happy Days era, I came across something, and sometimes I go big, sometimes I go small. This is fairly small, but there's a lot of them, and it's all buttons of the Fonz.
The Fonz.
The Fonz from Happy Days.
Wow.
And that's all Fonz.
Henry Winkler.
Yeah, Henry Winkler, but that's a whole tub full of the Fonz that I was going through my buttons and this drawer, and the drawer was super heavy, and I figured, what the heck is in there? And sure enough, this was buried in there, and it's all the Fonz buttons.
Well, keep a couple and put the other ones up for sale.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And then I was doing a few books, and I came across our friend Randall, of course, here in the Taking Care of Business era.
I don't even have that book.
And then Randy Bachman, the Vinyl Tap Stories.
Wow. I got the first book. I don't have the other two. He never sent me them. But you'll get me a couple copies.
Oh, yeah. And I saved the best for last. Colin and I had the pleasure of touring with Randy for many, many years, and Colin was the lead singer and the keyboardist on those tours. Stellar performances as always. People used to send us stuff after the fact. In those days, they used to take photos, and it was before cameras and before video cameras and that. So some classic stuff like Colin will remember these because, of course, he was definitely there. So the first one is, of course, Randolph Charles Bachman himself. And this was in Florida. This was when we opened for Cheap Trick. It should have been the other way around. They should have opened for us, but that's a story for another day. But that's Randy. Then, of course, Randy and our friend Richard Cochran from Science in those days. Colin will remember that. Then, again, Colin, Randy, Richard, and our dearly departed friend Roger Boulanger from the same.
Oh, there's me on the keyboard. Yeah.
Yeah, that's you on the keyboards there.
Nice
Florida,
hockey hair.
We were using. Yeah, we were using.
That was an outdoor thing, I think.
Lighting, so that's why we. Yeah, definitely, it was an outdoor festival. Thousands and thousands of people, and then of course, when you got up and got off the keys, you came to guitar. Standing next to the man himself is you, none other than you, standing there, and Richard and Roger, and that was the stellar lineup. But my best one is this one. I love this one of you.
Clean shaven. Look at that.
Oh, younger man.
Young child with the hockey hair.
Yeah, but beautiful. You fabulous. You had the great hair and the rock and roll hair, the rock and roll voice, and you did all the Guess Who and sang BTO, and Roger, rest his soul, did.
Unfortunately, the Twitter people, I don't think, can see those photos, so we'll have to check it out in the YouTube afterwards. But this is an experiment. We're live. We're on Twitter. We're on YouTube. We're on Facebook. We're on Startalk Live. We're everywhere.
Gotta be everywhere. We're those kind of guys. We definitely got to be there. Garnet, amazing technology. Call out to JW on the rock music collectibles, metaverse, and NFTs. He's a tremendous guy. All you listeners out there, want to thank you all. And
shout out to all the goats.
Oh yeah, the goats. The goats are
and the bees. We got to say hi to the bees. We're always supported by the bees.
It's like a video game, and all those people have got icons, and they look fabulous. And Colin's got them. So instead of these lights, remember the lights the glow sticks you used to get? We'll get We'll get goat sticks. And at all the concerts, we'll hold up goat sticks and with heads on them that light up, and we'll go back and forth, and the goats will take over all the concerts.
Well, in the old days, they used to have Bic lighters.
That's right.
And now they have somebody did a Bic lighter app on a phone. Yeah. So they hold up the phone, and it's an image of a Bic lighter.
That's right. That's right. I have one of those with beer as well, where you
tip the beer in
turn it and it starts to go glug 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 glug, and right at the end a guy burps. I thought that was hilarious. I'm doing some quotes too. I'm turning a bit of a comedian, and I found a book called the Great
One-Liners.
Yeah. And
we could be here all night for that.
But no, we're just going to do one from our dear friend Rodney Dangerfield, who I thought was one of the funniest men on the planet. We just lost Gilbert Gottfried this week too. He was a great comedian. But quote Rodney Dangerfield: "My luck is so bad that if I bought a cemetery, people would stop dying."
My favorite was always the Rodney Dangerfield line that says, "My mother, she never breastfed me. She said, I like you as a friend."
That's right. You got to have a laugh. We always have to have a laugh on the show.
Take my wife, please. Everyone's heard that one.
Oh, yeah. That's right. That's right. That's right.
So Melanie's in the room. Who else is here? Tim, good to see you. Jim, more and more people kind of, Maria, welcome. Good to see all you bees. George, welcome. And goats too. So it's great to see a lot of people on. And shout out in the spaces. I'm kind of looking now.
We're all having fun, aren't we? We're all
They're
here
all
having fun. Technology, my friend.
NFT. I don't know. You can't read the names on here. You just see the first like 3.
Yeah, you can see the
whatever. But
are
Dora's
there any
on
questions?
there.
Does anybody have any questions that?
Let's talk to the folks in the Twitter space.
Ask Colin or myself.
Let's open it up.
Everybody's here. We just need Phil can give anybody a mic who wants to come on up. But
go on, Phil. Let's get him on. Welcome to Startalk Live. You are on air.
I'm looking at, got a queen bee out here. Well, I tell you, it's been a fun week of just being on these spaces every night. There's always some interesting person coming on. We had a guy on 2 nights ago. He runs what was it? Salsa dancing.
Wow.
Community. And he came in, we were talking about music, of course, Latin music, right? But we were also talking about VR and because of course we're wanting to do some virtual concerts, right? Where people can experience music in a new way, in a virtual land, different than just watching a video. We're thinking of some different ways to experience that. And of course, he came in talking about dancing. And, this idea came up that you could actually learn how to dance with a VR headset and your hand controllers, where it's like, you would have a VR partner who showed, when you look down at the ground, you'd see where to step and stuff like this. And I thought, that's kind of cool, because some people just are too shy to actually get out to a dance studio, but they could learn, before the big wedding or whatever the occasion is that they're going to. Yeah. They could actually learn how to dance at home. Actually, come to think of it, with augmented reality, pointing your phone at the floor, you could see where you're.
Definitely, you could. I mean, Marty, you remember the old days where they used to roll out like a white piece of plastic with all the footprints on it, and
and you used to follow the steps.
It would teach you how to dance. You follow the steps, 1, 2, 3, 4. And
that's right. That's
so on and so forth, and you would just roll out. It's like the size of 4 yoga mats.
Someone else I wish we had with us, but we'll get them next Tuesday, is none other than Archer.
Oh, yeah.
We've had so many people asking about Archer, because the more goats we've been minting out, and we've had such a great sort of launch, I guess, what we're calling the kind of friends, family, and bees kind of pre-mint before we really kick this open to the rest of the planet, the rest of the NFT world. But everyone's been asking about Archer, and they're so curious about. There's been 2 people who actually minted out an Archer goat, and
nice.
Of course they're amazing. And so there's two of the 10 Archer designs have been seen so far.
Oh, really?
And yeah, so everyone is kind of looking to see what these other designs are like, and they kind of want to learn a little more about Archer himself, and who is this painter?
Oh, yeah.
And what are his stories, how he came to meet, or at least kind of became known as this artist to the rock stars. How did that start to come about, Colin?
Oh yeah,
Well,
you brought him.
to be honest, Archer started out as the drummer in my very first band when we were little kids.
Wow.
And his parents bought him a kit of drums. And I think we were 9 or 10 years old, give or take a year or so. I can't remember, a long time ago. And had a couple of neighbors playing, and I played bass guitar in the school band, the stage band, and we started this band. Well, sad truth is Archer couldn't play drums. he was just he tried and banged and we made a lot of noise, but he threw in the towel and said, no, I'm not cut out for being a drummer, but I want to be part of the band. So he actually became a really good light man. Like
Really?
he used his artistic abilities and he created light shows. So he was with a band. The longest time was called Rock Slide, which they ended up doing an AC/DC tribute later on. But they were their own band. They were great. They were from Victoria.
But Archer did all
But
he got very creative. Like everybody else, like with 3 or 4 lights on the side, but he would go and get all these different. What's going on here with the video? Can you guys still hear me?
I can hear.
Yeah. So anyway, long story even longer. He became a light man and traveled with the band quite a bit. And in those travels, he started to meet other bands and he started to paint backdrops for different bands.
Oh wow.
Kind of got the reputation of the guy,
and he
if you wanted a backdrop, Archer
kind of
painted. And once they found out he painted backdrops, a lot of the clubs where the bands played, they said, well, hey,
got the
we want you in our nightclub. And he and I actually painted a few nightclubs.
Excellent.
So there was a natural progression, but it's just, the work speaks for itself. And when you do good work, people notice and they
spread the word around. So I don't know if that answers your question, Garnet, but that was a good start.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, his career led him to, creating these amazing murals that we see a lot of them here in BC. And, about the time that you introduced us to him, we thought, wow, like here we are creating a collection of art, a unique collection of 5,000 goats. And we knew that we wanted to set apart 150 goats and do something really special with them. And then
yeah, so I mean, he's got murals in Cayman Islands and Costa Rica and all over, the U.S. and stuff. So it was funny. We were at a place with my daughters. I can't recall the exact spot. And my daughter looked up and says, that looks like Uncle Paul's mural. And I looked at it, and sure enough, we glanced down in the bottom right corner. It said Archer. And it's like,
Wow.
what? So that was pretty cool. And my daughter recognized his art. I didn't even notice, but
That's cool.
so anyway, we're going to have him on the show, and he can tell you a lot more stories than I can. I'm just giving you broad strokes here. When we get into the detail of some of the fun stuff that we actually did, hanging off of scaffolding and painting big murals and doing stuff together, we'll show you a clip of us when we were on TV years ago when they did a couple of news hour items on one of the murals and a few things that we did together. So that'll be fun for everybody to watch us and, in our 20s.
What? When was that?
When was that? A long time ago. But
isn't that amazing how like the friendships, some friendships you have in your early days will be acquaintances, you make connections, and you love them, but the path just don't meet again. And then some people, those early connections just stay with you your entire life. And,
Right.
how cool, here is we're all really connecting. Like so many of us in the goats community here have been friends for years, and some of us are new friends, and yet we're all launching on this little journey together.
True.
Of these goats. And this is going to be fun, really creating a community that we get to build stuff together. I mean, most everyone in here are creative in some kind of form and have been involved in, various things in their life. And now we kind of have this tribe that we're going to be in together, the goat tribe. And as we start to build now, I believe it's designed the way these goats are actually designed is to really bring an exponential growth, for all of us and each of us, all the stuff we've been working on.
Let's take a moment, Garnet, to open it up to the spaces room. We got some people on there. Phil, do you have anybody with their hands up that wants to ask any questions or come on and say hi? This is the first time we've done this spaces feed.
Yeah, we should give
let's get a few people chiming in here.
We got Crypto Buzz right here. We got Cheese and Will right here. We got Swerve and Irvin. Jerry Donkin.
All right, you're on the air with Colin and Marty and Garnet.
Yeah. Somebody speak. You guys can speak.
Hey, Melanie, you're heading off to Coachella. Tell about your trip coming up.
Yeah.
Hi, Garnet. Hi, Colin. Hi, Marty.
Hi,
Melanie.
Hey. Bill didn't say my name, so that's why I was a little quiet. I didn't
Oh.
but
Shame on him.
it's all good, Bill. It's all good. I adore him, and
Great.
I'm so grateful for him and all he does for our community.
He's great.
Love seeing him in this space. So, yeah, so heading to Coachella. I leave tomorrow. I'll be representing the Goats.
Yeah.
LED backpack, and I got some graphics from Garnet yesterday. I'm gonna plug those in with the QR code. I didn't have time to get those printed. Maybe meetings tomorrow, Garnet, but I have other ideas and ways that I'm going to utilize that QR code, and I'm gonna do things where I'm, more one-to-one conversations. While the QR code and the graphics will be on the backpack.
Wow.
I intend to, my goal is to have 100 conversations throughout the 3 days.
Cool.
And I'm going to send you 100 selfies with complete strangers.
Wow.
Very cool.
That's my challenge to myself and to our community, and let's see if we can make that happen. So hold me to it, keep me accountable.
Fantastic, awesome. Melanie. That's
very
amazing.
Good luck.
Yes, so excited.
A lot of people going to be there.
Oh my goodness! And I was showing Garnet that they too are doing an NFT promo within this, and so basically what happens is you download the FTX or FXT app, and you log in your wristband, and when you arrive on Friday, before that, once I do that, I have like this bloom. It looks like an egg, like an Easter egg. And then when you arrive on Friday, you open your app and it blooms. And there are special NFTs that are being given out. So many will be given to for VIP access and food and beverage discounts and VIP lounge access. And so really excited to see that they are adopting an NFT into this festival, because this is not where we need to be, right? And so I'm anticipating that between the goats and the bees, we should have some booth space there next year for sure.
Yeah,
wow.
I like it.
That's so fun.
Fun fact. Oh, I'm so excited. Garnet, your phone is going to be blowing up with photos. So I will apologize now, but I'm not apologizing, because you know what? That's
Come on.
be able to share these, and you can post them and do with them as you wish, and I'll post them on my channels and tag everybody as well. So keep an eye on that. But last week and this week, let me tell you, on my Honey Radio show, I brought you guys up to two specific guest speakers, and so one of them I believe did reach out, but I will follow up with you Node family and just kind of make some introductions. So I will follow up on that tomorrow. And Dora, I have a ton that I'm adding to that list. Please forgive me. I think I saw you in here. I'm not sure if she's still. Yeah, she's there. Thank you for the sign. I feel terrible. It has been that crazy just because of the Easter holiday and family and stuff. But I've not forgotten you, and I do have, especially between last week's programming and this week's programming, I've got several women groups that I'm going to be adding to that document that you sent to me. So stay tuned.
Awesome. Yeah, I just put the link in there. Just feel free whenever you have a chance and just add them.
Perfect. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much, Melanie, for giving us. Thank you, Melanie, for giving us that update, and we just wish you the best trip ever. And we're looking forward to your.
Be safe and stay healthy.
Yes, thank you. And I'm going to be 50 this year.
Oh, wow.
See how many? Yeah, right. Going with 2 of my daughters.
Oh, wow.
I mean, right? How fun is that? Like, what an incredible experience. And I'm not quite sure if I talked my way into the invite or was that I was invited to pay. So, but you know what? I'm going to I'll take
You're going.
It's a memory that you'll create with your daughters that'll last a lifetime. So
Exactly.
have fun.
I'm in the season of just saying yes.
Yeah.
That's all about.
Well, that's great. Well, Godspeed. Have a good travel, and keep us posted. I know you will, and we look forward to seeing all of your content that comes through.
Sure.
Philip, anybody else in the spaces that wants to ask any questions or jump on and say anything?
Yeah, I have something to say.
Oh,
Sorry, time's up.
next.
Go ahead, speak. You're great. We love you.
I have a secret word that especially the bees are waiting to hear. I'm not going to say the word.
What? They're waiting to hear. You can't say that on our show.
So for some of you that don't know what's going on,
Yeah.
you know that the community is always busy with content creation every single day. I mean, we are busy, let me tell you.
Of course.
We have people having hosting spaces from the morning to the night every single day. So we have a game, and we are part of this game, and basically each group will have a word. And so the people that come into the spaces, they have to guess these 12 words that will open this wallet with obviously, some goodies in there.
Oh, wow.
Ooh, a goodie wallet.
We have been giving one of those 12 words.
Oh.
And I'm not going to say the word,
No.
but I'm going to tell you this specific word can be a noun or it can be a verb.
Oh, okay.
Okay? So as a noun, it is a characteristic. It can be an attribute, a quality, property, or a trait.
Wow.
It can be an article. It can be a piece, an item, a report. And as a verb, it's present or it can promote something or call attention to something. Okay? So,
Well, that counts us out, Marty.
We'll never figure that out.
So exciting. I'm so intrigued to figure this out. That was a fantastic way to reveal.
Yeah, I think so.
Everybody. Don't worry.
We need to write that down. It's a riddle.
Yes. So, we're going to keep working on guessing the word. Keep coming. If you didn't figure out today, we're going to talk about it tomorrow.
Yeah, and every day. Yeah.
So, and what do you actually get if you get all 12 words? It unlocks a wallet.
Yes.
And what's in the wallet?
Some goodies.
They're not going to tell you.
Goodies.
There is 0.1 E.
Whoa.
10K M2.
Wow.
a T-shirt with the bee that you are getting into your wallet as well, donated by the judge and the jury.
Oh, wow.
So isn't that amazing?
Wow.
It's so
Great prize.
That's cool.
Oh, we'll have to get my wife in on this because she does those Wordle puzzles every single day. So maybe we've got an edge.
So, how many words have been given out so far?
To you guys, just released the, give me 1, 2, 3, 4,
Yeah.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 out of the 12 have either been a riddle given out,
Oh.
a word given based on
Oh.
action, or a hangman, a game, clues. So you guys are the 10th, and it's only Tuesday. And so we've still got more to go. And if they've missed it, they can tune into the programs that we've been doing over the last 2 days. And if you'd like, I can even give you what my riddle was.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, yes, because
I did mine on my show today, so I'll go ahead and do a repeat here because I love you guys.
Thank you.
And so this was mine. What is lighter than air but can never be lifted? So you just got, everybody that tuned in tonight got 2 clues, 2 words of the 12 that they needed to find.
whoa, this Startalk episode is going to be really valuable. People are
Yeah,
going to be coming back here
That's right.
to get the clues.
That's right.
Good, because really, no one's going to really help each other out, because if they've got more, it's the first guy to the prize wins, right? So
So Friday in our Discord channel, there'll be a channel released and opened up that'll have a form to fill out, and the last clue and word is being given on the T-Ray show, which will be Friday 6 p.m.
Wow.
Eastern. And people will fill out their form, and then you have until midnight Eastern. One guess of the 12 words per person. That's it. It's a one and done.
Amazing.
And then whomever gets those words, we will determine whether we choose the first person or do a raffle from all of the correct choices. And Saturday, that name will be released.
Tremendous.
No.
very cool. I love it.
It's been fun. I like it.
Yeah.
Good. Yes, crypto destruction.
Oh, Phil,
But you know what? Many people pluralized it. So just so you know, there was your second clue, and that is it's not
Wow.
pluralized.
Plural.
all right. Well, Phil, is there anybody else that wants to say anything? We got about 10 minutes left, and I want to make sure we have time for Garnet.
Oh, construction, crypto. Hey, man.
Buenas noches.
Hey, Colin, he's a poet and didn't know it. Did you know that?
You guys are awesome. I love it.
We love you.
What's up? I know. I've been here cutting a tan. No, we've been very busy. I had my daughter here this week, and she came down from Vancouver, so she spent some time here, and it was wonderful to have her here. And so we took her to the airplane yesterday, so she's back home, and things are a little quieter. But it's been kind of windy the last few days, which is nice. But it's great to hear your voice. Thank you for being on the space. Mm-hmm. Wow. Mine are 28 and almost 30, so I can't believe it. So
Gee.
it's good to hear you. Do you have any questions, Crypto, for Marty and I?
No questions. I'm here to learn. I'm here to listen. I like to listen from all of you guys. You guys are great minds, and I would like to keep picking your brain and see what else I can keep learning.
Oh, well, that's good. It's always good that you have so much energy and you bring it to the room. Now you're on YouTube and you're
Amazing.
on StreamYard and all these different
He's
places.
everywhere. He's everywhere.
And it's always great to have you in the space. And this is
He's
the first
laying the
time we've done this,
foundation
been
for
on
the
space and
community.
StreamYard at the same time. So trying to manage. I've got these headphones on.
Yeah.
These headphones going too.
You know that, Colin.
I do.
Hey, we
He's
got
laying the
Big
foundation.
E. Big E's in the house. Welcome. How's it going?
Big E. Oh, I know
Easy
who Big
E.
E is. Oh,
Hey, if you guys can do it, I can do it.
Nice.
There you are. You haven't got one of
all right.
those.
We're having way too much fun here tonight, you guys.
We have a lot of. You're a long time dead.
Well, we only got 7 minutes left. We're going to bring Garnet on to close things out.
Yeah, let's get Garnet
And
on.
I just want to thank all those people in the spaces tonight. Thank you guys for joining us in the spaces. We've had a few technical difficulties. Hopefully, we'll be doing this all on SessionWire in the near future, so we get the high quality audio and we don't have to be bouncing back and forth.
We'll develop it. It'll get better.
And
that's right. Walk, don't run.
oh, there's Val. She loves that screaming goat. Val's just always. She loves that.
Wow.
We got Rankin Ruff in the house here, but first, hey. I think I saw Big E's microphone go on. Yeah, Big E, if you're unmuted, go ahead and say hello.
Hey, guy, how you doing?
Big E, what's up? Well, it's 1 hour a week that we get to have a few laughs, look at some collectibles, talk about what's going on in the world, and meet some great people, and allow people now flowing in through these spaces. There seems to be more and more all the time.
Oh, every day.
And we're excited about growing the community. And it's really about empowering new artists and new creative people to join sort of the movement that's going on, and Jason and Dora are facilitating a lot of that. And Garnet, how do you want to wrap this up? We got under 6 minutes left.
Well, yeah, we just want to welcome Rankin Ruff all the way from the Philippines.
Oh,
Rankin. He's
Rankin.
been working on a new album. How's it going, Rankin?
That's right, Rankin. Hey, what's up, Garnet? What's up, everybody?
Hey, Rankin, how you doing?
Hey, doing great. Just recorded 2 songs and a mini commercial.
Wow.
Last night. Reporting back to Colin, we will be using SessionWire soon. The studio that I set up is actually away from the house, and so there's no Wi-Fi, but I can do hotspot, but I doubt that would be fast enough, right, Colin?
Yeah, it's best to get an Ethernet cable.
Okay. In that case, I could give it.
We'll get you fixed up.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I got my nephew controlling Ableton and teaching him how to edit, and so that's been really helpful. But since rock history is in the title, I do want to give a little teaser. My good friend is a rock historian, photographer, who has captured everyone from Black Sabbath all the way to Taylor Swift.
Phenomenal.
And we will be collaborating on an NFT project. And,
Excellent.
Yes. So, so I was thinking of Marty. Also, with every time you post some Van Halen photos and all that, my friends and
sure
since they started.
Exactly.
And so I will bring him in the group and
For sure. Definitely bring him in.
And Rankin, where's he from?
What was that? He's from California.
He's
from
from.
Los Angeles.
Okay, so
Yep.
that's fantastic. Well, we'd love to look at some of his images. And we did have Dee Lippingwell on our show earlier on, I think in our first season. And she showed some amazing rock star photos as well. And it really lit up the house. Everybody loved to see that. And so we'd love to have him on this show. So if you want to set it up, Rankin, that would be so much fun.
Absolutely, absolutely. They just did a tribute to him.
Oh, really?
Metal Edge magazine about the Wild West 80s.
Cool.
And so I can share that link. I'll definitely give away the project, but
No, show it somewhere later on.
You can save it for the show that we put together around that. I think that would be really cool. And we'll set up. We'll have some slides and everything ready to go, and we'll get that all set up so that we can tease the audience a little bit and wait and get them to wait a little bit.
Sure. Yeah, well, we can share the photos, and then the strategies will be the secret. But we can share his work, and I'm excited to have a lot of different ideas, including a virtual museum and
excellent
events around that. And,
love it.
Great ideas.
Get you guys involved.
Well, thank you.
Definitely, that's what the goats are for. And,
absolutely.
Just to remind anybody who kind of wandered into our space here, we're a collective. We're an NFT collection called the Mofo Goats, and we're primarily, musicians, filmmakers, and we formed this collective to collaborate together, to prosper together. We are a DAO. We have a treasury fund. If you join our group, not only do you get to hang out with all these guys who are amazing, musical historians, musicians, recording artists, filmmakers. If that's your tribe, come be with us. We are Mofo. Yeah. And seriously, if you're, whatever your project is, your heart, we want to, as a community, get behind it and make it go. So grab a goat. You can find our website, goatsdao.com. You can look in the link tree under my avatar, or maybe it's a pinned tweet in here too.
How do you spell Goats DAO? Goats DAO. GOATSDAO.com.
That's right. The Mofo Goats. And we're you know what? And even if you're not a musician or everything, you're not planning on releasing now, we just are a cool bunch of people to hang out with. Just
definitely.
Hang out.
As are you people. Have
some nachos, and an energy drink called Dynamite.
Dynamite.
And I wanted just to shout out to Melanie. Thanks for being here. And a lot of the people in the chat right now, Tim and Jason and Val and Philip and Doss and Maria.
Everybody.
George, Jim, it's great to see so many people here tonight. And hopefully this Spaces thing kind of worked. We're going to try and figure out the tech a little bit better. But Marty, that was some great stuff tonight. And for those people that are on the space that couldn't see any of the collectibles, go back and check the Startalk Live YouTube link. And for those of you that are in the chat room here, tell somebody for next week. And let's see if we can get a few more people here on in the chat and on YouTube. And Garnet, thanks for the update on the goats.
As usual, yes.
And we're at the top of the hour, so we are done. And thank you, everybody, for being part of it.
I have a suggestion, gentlemen, for those that are tuning into Twitter but want to see all of Marty's great treasures. You can close this window on your Twitter space and then tune into on your phone. You can actually don't log into YouTube, and you can visually see them while we're participating
really?
in Twitter spaces. Or
wow.
Uh-huh.
So I watched all of you on my computer, and I was able to see you guys.
Cool.
So I did do both tonight. I was able to
Wow.
see and hear you and participate.
Multitasking. What a girl.
Oh,
Yeah. So
Phenomenal.
we're gonna close the YouTube stream down, and then we'll have a little after party here if anybody wants to share any more thoughts before we sign off here in Twitter land.
Yeah.
What the latest has been going, but we are an hour in. So good night, everybody.
Yeah, good night, everybody.
On YouTube. Goodbye, YouTube and Facebook land. And
Good night,
Twitter,
everybody.
you guys are the degens in Twitter land. You know, you guys don't go to bed for another couple hours. So anyway, good night on YouTube.